Question of the day: should you do a video podcast or just keep it as an audio podcast? If you are a business owner and you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe. I post weekly videos helping you save time and look good online. As someone who is a podcaster and a YouTuber, a question I get fairly often is, should I put my podcast on YouTube? Should I do a video podcast? To answer the first question, if you are just putting a still image with your 30 to 45 minutes of you talking on YouTube as a video, but it's just a still image, no, don't do it. But are you recording the actual interview live, whether it's actually in person or it's on Zoom or Skype or whatever, and you're putting that footage on YouTube? That's what I want to talk about today. From what I have seen personally with my own previous video podcasts and other video podcasts, if you're just recording on Zoom side by side, it's not going to perform as well. So if you're trying to actually grow a YouTube channel with that content, with that extra content, maybe you want to try and post now 2 times a week, once a video of just you and once this podcast that you're doing, I don't think it's going to work very well. Now, are you recording your interview in person? That could be different. That's more engaging, that's more entertaining. Now, to back up to my earlier statement about if you're recording your interviews just on Zoom or Skype and it's just that's what you want to put on YouTube and it not being probably the most effective, I think there are some exceptions. It might work okay if your brand, your channel, or your podcast are really established because people love consuming your content, they want more of it, and this gives them a deeper dive and longer episodes for them to tune into. Something else you could do is actually kind of reverse this process. I feel like a lot of people, they record their interview and their main purpose is to put it on iTunes. But then they also take that footage and upload it on YouTube. Been there, done that. Instead, what you could do, what one of my friends does, Tim Schmoyer, he has a YouTube channel that's super active. He teaches all about YouTube and he does a YouTube live every single week. He records that live training and then puts that on iTunes. So it's actually more engaging on YouTube because he's interacting with his audience as opposed to just recording this interview and uploading it to YouTube and being like, okay, there you go. Here's another way for you to listen or watch the podcast. If I could give you any advice, I would say 2 things. First, I would actually survey your audience. Do they actually like going to YouTube? Do they want video content? And the other thing I would say is if you really do want to record the interview and put that on YouTube, instead of doing the side-by-side view, I would record it where you are full screen and whoever's talking is on screen. It's more visually engaging for the viewers if the interview goes back and forth rather than having this big black border on top and bottom of your video. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. Be sure and give this video a thumbs up and I will see you in the next video.